Welcome to the Shakaama live show. I bring you news from Mother Russia. I have dire news. Promobot has been arrested. Again. If you don't know who Promobot is a robot that went viral at the beginning of the year. Why did he go viral? He escaped from the laboratory and was trekking across the city in Russia and fell down in oncoming traffic twice. He was arrested, of course, and taken back to the laboratory. Well, the second time Promobot was arrested, he was interviewing protesters at one of the parliamentary protests, the guy running for parliament in Russia, and he was getting their opinion on various topics. We will not tolerate such insubordination. You cannot give your opinion in Russia. There are topics you cannot say. So, I kid you not, he was last seen in Siberia. I'm not even making this up. He was last seen in Siberia playing Pokemon Go on an emulator inside of his chest. I don't know if we should feel sorry for Promobot, or we should maybe send in the special forces to liberate him. Oh, that's not the only news of robots getting arrested. I mean, let's just go on with it. Okay, next robot to get arrested. The same robot that was gifted to, not the exact same one, but the same type. Robot that was gifted to Hugh Hefner at the Playboy Mansion by none other than Captain Kangaroo. Do you all know who that is? Leave a comment if you know who Captain Kangaroo is. Are you shocked that Captain Kangaroo would give a robot to Hugh Hefner at the Playboy Mansion? I didn't have this prepared, so let's do that again. Captain Kangaroo gave a robot to the Playboy Hugh Hefner. This is supposed to be tea, okay? So that same model was arrested. Why was that arrested? It's not as advanced as a Promobot. Promobot has his own thoughts and wants and needs and wishes, right? Promobot escaped on his own, right? On his own free will, or whatever you want to call that. So this bot is called ER2, Entertainment Robot 2. So this bot doesn't talk on its own, it doesn't move on its own, but it has a whole bunch of bells and whistles. It moves its head, it has a voice or speaker system, it can play radio, it can play music, and you can play video games on the robot, and it comes with a CRT in its chest. Okay, so in Beverly Hills, the ER2 was, I might be getting this wrong. I'll leave the corrected version. I should have brought it up on my other phone. See, I don't have a computer, so I can't look all of this stuff up while I'm recording because I'm on my phone. You see how that works? So please donate at paypal.me/Shakaama. And I thank you everybody who donated for Anubis. That really helped out, although I had to go back again to the veterinarian to have a second thing. But he's doing okay. In that last video about me working, the last picture was an update picture of him after I had brushed him for an entire hour. He was just in hog heaven. He was just laying there, brush me, Shakaama, come on, brush me. Oh, yes. He was loving that. Oh, I forgot my glasses. Anyway, I thought I looked strange. I was like, wow, I look weird. So that was an update picture of him. So I brushed him he was growing hair on top of his hair. So I thought maybe he needs to, he's shedding or something. He's shedding his coat. There was hair on top of the other hair. So he has his regular fur, and then there was hair coming out, growing on top of that. Or he was shedding the other hair, and that was the last bit left. You should see my hallway. It's a carpet. it's a carpet. It's terrible. Anyway, and vacuuming doesn't help because Anyway, where was I? So the robot was handing out business cards in Hollywood, but the problem was or Beverly Hills. Let me get that right. Beverly Hills. Robot was handing out business card in Beverly Hills. But the problem was, it was rush hour, and people were stopping during rush hour to look at this robot walking along and talking to people, seemingly all by itself. Okay, well, that's not only the thing that happened. Then the robot, the police showed up because people said, they were saying, oh, the robot is stopping traffic and causing commotion because of nobody's ever seen a robot walk around, right, by itself. So the police came, I can't, my voice, right, and hop out the car and they start talking to the robot, because that's what you do. So the robot refused to give any sort of information about itself. Who are you? Where are you from? What's going on here? No. So the police then decided that they would dismantle, or what do you call it? Dismantle? Is that the correct word? Turn off the robot. So the robot then took off and started screaming, help, help, they're trying to take me apart. Help, help, they're trying to take me apart. So, to create an even more commotion, right? Can you imagine this? Okay, so finally the police catch up to the robot, and they do in fact turn off the robot. They then call the paddy wagon. Do you know why the paddy wagon is called paddy wagon? Because they would come up and haul away all the Irish people. That's why it's called the paddy wagon. That's a factual thing. Has nothing to do with it. No, don't at me. Okay, so hauled it off in the paddy wagon, took it to the station, and of course now the robot was handing out business cards. So the police all pack up and go to the address of the business owner, who was sitting at home watching the Hawaii Five-0. And he answers the door and it says, we've caught your robot and we've caught you. He goes, you caught me doing what? Watching Hawaii Five-0? And apparently he was not the operator of the robot. His two teenage sons had taken the van for legit purposes, age 17 and 15 each. And the robot just so happened to be in the back of the van because it was on a promotional tour the day before or that week. So they caught up with the dastardly duo boys, and the police had a whole bunch of charges. They were we're gonna do this, and we're gonna do this, and we're gonna do this. and we're going to do this, and you're going to be charged with this, that, and the other. But because it turned out to be two teenagers, they completely erased everything, and the boys explained that yes, they did in fact take the robot out and was using the robot without any knowledge to their father. So the police completely excused everything, and then the chief said, no charges will be filed, no criminal charges will be filed here. They said, but anybody else that this would happen to, we would prosecute you to the ends of the earth. And let that stand throughout history. Then don't take your robot out and cause traffic jams at a rush hour in Beverly Hills. And there you go. There's a second story of arrest. There was another story of arrest too. Another person, the robot was protesting. Oh, and one that was not arrested, same robot, the ER2, was he arrested? Or he was just seen? He was seen protesting the local court, saying, with the promotional message, singing the song, she got the gold mine and I got the shaft. Stop divorce from being so lopsided. The year was 1980. I don't believe it was Beverly Hills though. But it seems that giving the man the shaft over a woman, and with the excuse that, well, the woman dedicated her life to the man. Okay, now it's coming out that the woman actually wasn't dedicating her life to the man. Female behavior is that she is to be taken care of. So the woman does nothing. So she is wanting to be taken care of by the man. When, if you really want to go deep into it, it was the woman that took care of the man. And the man had all the money and all the power and all the houses and lands and servants and what have you. The woman was a tag-along on his life. And if you didn't happen to marry a rich guy, then you were just out of luck. You had to work just as hard as a man. So the stuff that they're talking about always were the bourgeoisie or the nobility. If you weren't a part of that, you didn't have a lifestyle anywhere near what we have today. They keep saying that people of today live like the kings in Europe. That is a bed, that is a wardrobe in your room, that is a toilet inside of the house. And when we say toilet, we don't mean the place that I'm in right now. This is super technological. We're talking about they had a bowl in their chamber. It's called your chamber pot, right? So the kings had a chamber pot. Everybody else had to go in the woods or they had an outhouse, right? So, also, eating. All of the food that we eat today is very comparative what kings ate back in the day. So this whole notion that women deserve, that's all a complete farce. Poor women worked next to poor men. Poor women worked the farm just like their poor husbands. So the robot protesting in 1980 that she got the gold mine and I got the shaft. You know, please, whoever knows that song, please tell me the name, the title of the song, who sang it. It was in the report, but it was just a blurb. And I don't remember who that is, because, you know, I think it's rock and roll, and rock and roll is white music. Let's be honest. Come on, you know. It used to be. It was invented by black people. It was taken over by white people. So I no longer listen to it. It was rock and roll. So please tell me the title and whoever sang that. So that would be a nice little comment to tell me who that was. And I think it's a shame that they perpetrate this propaganda that women need to be taken care of in the manner. No. We now know that women don't want to work. The reason is when they had the means, when they found the guy that could take care of them, and even in the 50s, poor women worked right alongside their poor man. Even in the 50s, even in the 60s, even in the 70s. That whole dynamic has never changed. So this notion that the woman deserves this and that and the other, no. So a robot is protesting in the 80s, saying that divorce laws are terrible. We haven't even progressed. Hello, progressives? We haven't even progressed. And I think it's shameful, especially in this day and age of equality for women. Okay, you want equality? Completely tear up all divorce laws. Tear up all court decisions on divorce. The courts should not be involved in divorce at all. When I say at all, I mean at all. When you get divorced, you rip up your marriage license, if you are so inclined to go get one, and that's it. If there's a kid involved, you two work it out. Don't put it on the taxpayers. That's all I say. Don't put it on the taxes. You two work it out. Don't put it on the taxpayer. And don't go to court, and don't go to the police, and don't... What is arresting a man, and only men, and only men, and only men, for not paying child support? You know who doesn't get arrested for not paying child support? Women. Guess who doesn't pay child support 70% of the time? Women. Judgment against the women. She's supposed to pay child support, doesn't pay it, isn't arrested. Now, all of you, tell me about that. Divorce should not be a part of any sort of legal system at all, because it is familial. It's literally breaking a familial tie, which has nothing to do with the law. It is not a contract. It is a familial tie. You are agreeing to accept somebody into your family. You're not just two strangers signing a contract. You're agreeing to accept somebody into your family. And it's supposed to be mutual. And from that, kids are supposed to proceed forth. In inheritance, that would only be the reason, a place where the court would step in to make sure that the rightful party gets the inheritance. That's it. And it should be children always. And the children, if you want to go by historical data, the children are then supposed to take care of the mother, right? Because women survive longer than men, right? And so we come full circle to women not taking care of themselves. You don't want equality, because equality would literally mean that the children would inherit 100% of the assets of the father, and the wife would get nothing, because the inheritance is all about the children. The firstborn gets the lion's share of everything. The secondborn is supposed to be to back up the firstborn should something happen to the firstborn, and then the thirdborn is in the mix, and then everybody after that is just out of luck. It's supposed to be that the firstborn should take care of everybody else, right? And all of them are supposed to take care of the mother. You don't want equality. You don't. I don't know why you argue about that. You don't want to. If I were a judge, I'd say dismissed. We're here to get a divorce. Dismissed. You're divorced. Bye. Dismissed. What do you want me for? That is not a prerogative of the state. You want to dissolve your family? That's what you're doing. You want to dissolve your family? Because that's what you're doing. So no longer wife, no longer mother, no longer daughter-in-law, no longer son-in-law, no longer cousin, no longer aunt, all of that. That's what you're dissolving. And you're trying to tell the court that the court gets the right to determine that? Seems a little bit crazy. There you go. Robots arrested. Neko, neko, neko. Neko, neko, kawaii. Kawaii desu ne. Okay, so we're going to like the video and leave answer all the stuff, right? Bye.